And now the latest on a Florida newlywed accused of trying to hire a hitman to kill her husband. The man is very much alive, and he'll talk to us exclusively in just a couple of minutes. But first, NBC's Mark Potter has the details.
Dalia Dippolito is now free on bond, but under court order must wear a monitoring device, live with her mother, and stay away from Michael Dippolito, her husband, whom police say she tried to kill. In court last week, facing charges of solicitation to commit first-degree murder, Dippolito was given bail of $25,000.
There's no reason she had to do this, you know. She was well off. She could have just left and did just as well by leaving.
Michael Dippolito has now filed for divorce after police told him his wife tried to hire a hitman, then allegedly went to the gym to establish an alibi for the time when her husband was supposed to die.
I mean, come on. You find out that you're in bed with a lady sleeping. She goes to the gym that morning, and you get a knock at the door. Next thing you know, you're being told that she's trying to kill you.
Last Wednesday, Boynton Beach police shot this video of Dippolito returning home from the gym, then breaking into sobs after police told her her husband had been murdered. What officers say Dippolito didn't know is that the supposed hitman was an undercover officer to whom she reportedly said her husband's death would make her very happy.
So here's a woman who's saying she's 5,000% sure she wants her to pay for her husband to be killed. And then at the scene, you have a woman who is sobbing uncontrollably.
Dippolito's attorney says she will plead not guilty.
I didn't do anything, and I didn't plot anything.
Police say they were alerted to the alleged scheme by an informant, whom attorneys for the husband say they were told was a male friend of Dalia Dippolito, and whom they also credit for potentially saving her husband's life. For today, Mark Potter, NBC News, Miami.
And Michael Dippolito is with us exclusively from Boca Raton, Florida, along with his attorneys, Jason Brody and Josh Friedman. Gentlemen, good morning to all of you.
Good morning, Matt.
Good morning, Matt.
Michael, let me start with you. There's so much I want to talk to you about, but I want to start with that knock on the door. You're home, and you answer the door, and the police are there, and they say, we have evidence that your wife has hired someone or tried to hire someone to kill you. What was your reaction?
Well, let me tell you, Matt, it really hasn't sunk in even today, but getting wakened at the door with a bang and like that, my whole front neighborhood was surrounded with officers, and I didn't even know what to say. They kind of just shuffled me around as if I was in a fog, but I knew, you know, your wife has tried to kill you. You need to get out of the house now and come with us.
Did they show you or let you hear any evidence at that particular moment, Michael, just to convince you?
When I got down to the police station, the tapes were played for me, and I heard my wife very clearly. Yes.
And actually, a little later, when they took her into custody, when they were questioning her, when she still believed you were dead, you got to watch that questioning, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
And what was that like, to be a fly on the wall?
Why'd you do it? Well, it was very uncomfortable to see it. You know, I had to see it for myself, and I'm very grateful for the Boynton Beach Police Department for doing what they did, and, you know, even involving me in that, it just helped me with the whole thing. Like I said, everybody says, you know, how lucky you are and to be where you're at, and it honestly hasn't sunk in yet. I still don't get what's really happened. It's just a very strange situation.
The morning that this was to happen, Michael, and she gets up early to go to the gym, I'm sure you've played the hours prior to that over in your mind 1,000 times. Was she particularly nervous? Was she agitated? Did she behave differently as she was leaving to allegedly form an alibi during your murder?
Not at all. Not at all, Matt. Actually, I was told as she was walking out the door she was going to bring Starbucks coffee home. So, I mean, it was a pretty normal scene. Nothing at all. You know, nothing ever would have made me think that, you know, what happened could have happened. I mean, never.
You've been married for 6 months. I think you only knew each other for about a year. Can you describe the relationship? Was it volatile? Did you guys have severe ups and downs?
Matt, let me tell you, we hit it off. Me and my wife actually got along so well. We were together 24/7. I mean, we had the same routine. We'd go to the gym at 5, we would come home and literally, you may laugh at this, we would watch the Today Show together. You know, that was part of our routine. Weekends, we would go out with our family. My Mother's Day was usually Friday night, and then her family, maybe we'd do Sunday dinner with her mom. You know, we did everything together, and I mean, just normal activities.
Right.
Friday night, we'd hit the early movie, just silly things, but I mean,
Michael,
always together, always, you know.
I need to bring a couple of things up. You have yourself faced some legal issues in the past. You spent a couple of years in prison for grand theft and organized fraud. Now, at the face value, these two things seem completely unconnected. Do you see any connection between the troubles you had in the past and what your wife tried to do this time?
Matt, let me just jump in there. There's no connection between the two whatsoever.
Nothing whatsoever. So it's really more of a coincidence than anything else.
Absolutely.
And we understand that Dalia has now been released on $25,000 bond under house arrest. She's not far from where you're living, Michael. Any fear about that? Josh, do you have any fear about that?
Potentially we do. Matt. And, you know, we are going to ask the prosecution to file a motion to revoke the bond.
And any idea of motive at this particular moment, Michael?
You know, Matt, there could be 1,000 things, but I mean, motive to kill me? No. I just can't imagine.
Michael Dippolito, Jason Brody, Josh Friedman. Gentlemen, thank you very much. We appreciate your time.